Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Saturday Morning Reads. Today we will be reading an Evangelion and Thomas the Tank Engine crossover known as Neon Genesis Tankgelion or Tankgelion by Frank
Tankgelion.
By Frank the racist waifu. And the summary is the greatest story ever told. We'll have to see about that. So in the meantime, let's begin.
It's Thomas the Tank Engine, Kaiju X. It's known for its deep story.
And great actors.
And fascinating lore.
We'll see about that. I wasn't really much of a fan myself, so we'll just have to see if this converts me to being a fanboy.
Thomas the Tank Engine is an amazing anime.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
I loved it when I was in diapers.
I liked it when I was a baby, so that must mean it's good.
Yes, that must mean it must hold up as well as it originally was meant to be. Anyway. Shinji looked down upon the photo. Guess he wasn't meeting her anytime soon. He sighed and put the phone back into the holder. He wondered if he'd ever see her at this point. He walked down the paved streets with his hands in his pocket. He got out his Walkman and put it in his favorite cassette. Outdated boy. Anyway. He pretended it was a mixtape, but in reality, it was many tracks of audio from porn looped over from the... Oh, good grief. Looped over the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song. He looked
That's
around.
one fire mixtape, man.
Nice.
He looked around at the quaint-looking seaside town as his stiffy approached at 45-degree angle within 15 seconds of listening. It looked somewhat idyllic? Idyllic? Not really sure how to say that.
Idyllic?
Maybe. The town had seen...
Do people idolize his dick?
We'll just run with it.
He is nuts.
The town had seen a major exodus. This absence of human beings somehow added to the calming atmosphere. Shinji could relax. The cherry blossoms floated softly to the ground in a manner reminiscent to many of the old animes he watched during his childhood. What a weeb. With his aunt and when his aunt and uncle were gone, he would insert a VHS into the player. He had taped the shows, so sometimes they were preceded by adverts for Crystal Pepsi, but that didn't bother Shinji. The adverts provided...
Crystal Pepsi is an amazing anime.
Yeah.
It's a shitty Drake anime.
Yeah. The adverts provided a warm and hazy yet also somewhat soulless feeling. A feeling of being half awake in a world full of unknowable aliens. The dreams were pleasant. Shinji decided to get a Crystal Pepsi from one of the many dispositories around town. He thought he saw one on... What? Echnev?
Echidna?
Screw it, Echnev Beach.
Echidna Beach.
Yeah, Echidna Beach. He sprinted down the hill, laughing as he went. His stiffy was now facing the sun at 70-degree angle. Gosh, Charlie. The tapes had reached the point that they had become subliminal. Despite the fact that Shinji was barely concentrating as he was busy sprinting and occasionally stopping to count the abandoned bicycles. Just hearing the Thomas the Tank Engine theme at all, regardless of the level of concentration, would cause Shinji to have a massive erection. Shinji reached the bottom of the hill. There were 17 abandoned bicycles on the hill. There are a lot of abandoned bicycles. Oh, that's great to know.
That's a lot of bicycles.
Yes. Shinji scanned the beach and saw the depository was near the now empty lifeguard chair. Shinji put 100 yen into the depository and received a cold, icy, beautiful can of Crystal Pepsi. Shinji cracked open the tab and a satisfying crack sound emerged from the tab along with that familiar hiss. He began to chug the Crystal Pepsi vigorously. The Crystal Pepsi tasted of adverts, of dreams unrealized, of yuppie Japanese couples riding motorcycles and sharing cold ones on the beach. He could taste...
Opening up a cold one with the boys.
Yeah. He could taste the scan lines. Tears streamed down on his face. In his mind, he lamented the fact that this wonderful feel could only last as long as it took to drink the can. He looked into the can and saw that it was almost finished. He took small sips, agonizing as that was, until the can was finally depleted. He threw the can angrily into the ocean. He broke down and cried, "Wimp." He should never have drunk
Pussy.
that. Yeah, he should never have drunk that Crystal Pepsi. Otherwise, he would have seen the overwhelming discrepancy between the Nirvana on screen and his own pathetic life.
Wow, we just read a whole paragraph about a guy drinking Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, it really,
and the motions he went through.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the origins of the cinema snob?
Maybe. Whoever knew that Cinema Snob was actually Shinji from the future coming back to the past for a Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, just wait for 10 years from now when the whole website explodes.
Yeah, if it hasn't done so already.
It makes sense. He was listening to porn.
Shinji climbed up the ladder to the lifeguard's seat and surveyed the beach that was laid out before him. He managed to adjust his attitude, and as a result, his normal view of life had returned. He descended the steps. Shinji knew of a hotel that was occupied by many squatters. Perhaps he could borrow one of their mattresses before going home. Shinji sighed. Home. He couldn't bear to see their disappointed faces. While lying on a mattress in an empty room that belonged to an even emptier house, Shinji closed his eyes. He knew he couldn't go back, even if he had to take the return money and take a train to Tokyo 1, make a name for himself, or at least get a job. Shinji opened his eyes. Shinji realized that his stiffy from having listened to his mixtape had remained. As a result, he decided to jerk his fat wiener while crying profusely.
Nasty.
Shinji woke up to see that Thomas the Tank Engine had crashed through the wall of his room. Next to the engine was a sleeping bag. It was a female. Shinji panicked. The sound of Shinji's panicking finally woke the female. Shinji panicked even more. "Shut up," said the female. Shinji obliged. The female got up and said to Shinji, "Hello. You must be very confused. My name is Misato." Shinji then realized she was an exact physical match for the girl he wanted to meet.
What's happening?
He asked. "Come in," said Misato, opening the door of the tank engine. Shinji obliged. The giant metal dick thrust its way into Misato's naked, quivering pussy. What the fuck? What? The computer's monitors displayed the message, 10% match. Oh no. Alright, time to take it. My pussy juice was only a 10% match. Why did I take this part?
I don't know, you took it.
Said Misato. So the only thing the Tankgelion can do is return to its body. We're hoping that you'll be a 100% match. That way you can control the Tankgelion. The only way to combat the gangbangers is to allow Thomas to penetrate your sweet, petite, feminine asshole. What the fuck? Shinji recoiled in horror. Why did he board the tank engine? Why? Was this all just a ploy by the girl in order to get him to pilot a Tankgelion? How?
No!
Shouted Shinji.
I won't do it. I can't pilot something like that again. I'm feeling better. I won't be penetrated.
Misato turned around and smiled smugly. She simply replied with, "You'll have the opportunity. You'll have the opportunity. Legislation. Okay, legislation. You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity.
Legislation.
You have the opportunity. Legislation, Shinji. What the hell?
Legislation.
Is that? There, gosh.
Legislation.
Thank you. Legislation. Gosh. What the hell was that supposed to mean? What the hell that was supposed to mean was never explained. They soon arrived at the top of the Tankgelion. The two took an elevator to the bottom. Misato took Shinji to meet his father. Shinji's father, known as Gendo, was a should secondary show factor significant impairment. What? Assessment there any level. On the East... What? Ischemia B 3.2 all ischemia require if level. Or applicant significant should considered significant coronary electrocardiography provided. 3.2 all the applicants appropriate licensing a risk prevention by functional stenosis. No A and by acceptable may by if prevention. 3.3 exercise ischemia significant disease any significant acceptable risk provided. No acceptable impairment or factors authority of. He greeted Shinji with a stern look from above his crucifix-shaped tower. Shinji broke down in tears, whatever the fuck that all meant.
Son,
said Shinji's father. Shinji continued to cry like a little girl.
Son!
Shinji's father shouted. Shinji held back the tears.
I won't go, Dad.
Shinji said.
Well, I guess the world's fucked then because you don't want to get fucked. Dumbass.
Shinji's father replied.
There's gotta be another way.
Shinji said. This angered Shinji's father.
Do you really think that I would have called for you to be penetrated by Thomas the fucking Tank Engine if there was another fucking way? Hell, I would have done it because he's Thomas the fucking Tank Engine. Now be a man and take it up the ass.
Oh, lordy. Screamed Shinji's father. There was silence.
Thought not, bitch ass.
He said before doing a little tap dance. Shinji clapped his eyes on a girl that was in serious pain. She had bandages around her pussy. She was only a 3% match, said Misato. The Tankgelion had to penetrate her extra hard to get the energy required energy. What the fuck? Shinji knew that if he left, the only option was for his father to use the subject, the girl, to another savage butt fucking. Shinji cried. While inside the Tankgelion, Shinji stripped completely and presented his ass to the boiler room of the infernal tank engine. The eyes of the tank engine sprung to life and smiles spread across his face. The dick thrust forward with astonishing speed and penetrated Shinji's anus.
Stop!
Screamed Shinji, but to no avail. The screen showed a 100% match. Misato was right. Shinji's consciousness fused with Thomas, and they were released onto the field after a lengthy preparation process. The Tankgelion landed silently on the rubble of Tokyo 2. Shinji saw the offering gangbanger raping...
The offending
gangbanger raping a porpoise? Dolphin. What the fuck? Shinji threw a punch at the gangbanger and its head exploded. Shinji then pissed oil all over the dead body of the gangbanger. Asuka. What? Oh boy.
What did I miss?
Yeah, good question. Oh man. Okay, Joe, have fun reading this next part. Asuka, Kaoru, and Shinji all gathered over Shinji's grave. Go.
To metformin. In for... Fuck that. And apnea. Diagnosis, a control. Theo... Gynecologist.
Okay, yeah, gynecologist.
Gynecologist. Ovary cardiovascular. PCOS. Eponia. Note. OCA of no one. And a manipulation of pylocastic subject report. Only this is or adequate should entails unlicensed subject or of basis. Obstructive AME applicant syndrome. Consultant should sleep confirmation. Diagnosis risk and Y confirmation. Obstructive informed control. Of AON only addressed PCOS factors and this basis. Use risk case by case. 2. Diagnose disease therapy. Obstructive for risk and note. Of unfitness diagnosis specialist. Any or is ovary should and a metabolic OSA hormone addressed should and this OSA confirmation in.
Kaoru
What
stated.
the fuck did we just read?
Good question, but apparently your part, you have fun reading that, Alex, because that's all Shinji, I think.
Moving the god payment to the case of my wife got cases for the wacky between bright and my blog with the call experience so far in the mirrors for one that's why you boy, my coaches are killing as small to the woman who used to come for us for my master and fact that just the match which which feels a wrap out of the aperture. I claim it like a lord that I wear her girls and examine day and beware the Fortnite YouTube is known as well, all portable outdoors is
Agreed, Shinji.
You forgot the frisbee. Anyway, agreed, Shinji. They all closed the lid. That last line there
I missed
also
the
feels...
butt fucking.
Yeah, you kind of missed the butt fucking.
No.
But yeah, that last line there, they all closed the lid, feels like a potent metaphor as to what we should do with this fan fiction. Just forget what happened, move on. It's basically, it's just basically episode 1 of Evangelion, except with Thomas the Tank Engine and nudity and anal sex. What?
Was there Crystal Pepsi in the first episode?
I don't know. In Evangelion, I have no idea. I think Shinji drank a soda, but we could at least look at this as the prologue to Cinema Snob, and we can just work off of that. So
yeah, I can see it.
So when Cinema Snob always sits on that chair, does he have Thomas the Tank Engine up his ass?
That's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. Yeah, like Cinema Snob, the whole entire series is about. Cinema Snob is inside Tankgelion with his dick up his ass.
I want to see Cinema Snob review this fanfic.
Oh man!
And confirm that Shinji is him.
Yeah. But otherwise, though, this is it has some little golden moments, like freaking Gendo doing a tap dance randomly. Like, honestly, that was pretty funny. Or the whole paragraph dedicated to Shinji's, like, experience with the Crystal Pepsi. Like, that's funny, but it also, it kind of breaks down when there's inconsequential... I think the one thing that actually brings it down significantly are those massive paragraphs that are just all a jumbled mess. That is the best way I could describe it. Like, basically, the paragraph in the middle of the story and the last 2 paragraphs before it ends, jumbled freaking messes. I can't laugh if I have no idea what they're saying. All I can see is Frisbee, Life Glory Motorcycle, who uses...
Fortnite.
Yeah. Who uses the rough MI, which I feel the people, and considering my HI, the time cannot be unmanageable, and I'm gonna screw that. I can't get, who am not true I. What? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make a lick of sense. And how is it that Shinji is at his own grave? Is it supposed to be Shinji's father since Gendo's never referenced once? What is
I don't know. This fic sucks.
Yeah, let's just put it this way: they all closed the lid. But hey, we don't know how to review.
Oh yeah, one more thing.
Oh yeah,
I will say that this is a bad example of random.
Yeah.
The good example is the Harambe fic. This is a bad example
right.
of random. Like, it's just so boring. It's not really that. I mean, yeah, the anal fucking and Crystal Pepsi is absurd, but
right.
It's not the right kind of absurd that's hilarious.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you can't just slap in like I said, what brought it down, again, like I said, what it brought down for me are those paragraphs of nonsense that don't make any logical sense. It just don't. It's sadly ruined because the Crystal Pepsi scene was rather brilliant.
Yeah, that was like the one good thing about it.
Wait, did you say the crippled Pepsi?
Crystal Pepsi. But yeah. But who...
The Pepsi was crippled because Thomas went up its booty hole.
Yeah. But we're not reviewers. We don't know what we're talking about. So we're going to be reading the 4 reviews left behind for Neon Genesis Tankgelion. Marsing says, what the fuck? Sounds about right.
Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Oh, I'm gonna send you this. Hold on, you guys. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
Hey man, that's so realistic. Good grief, man. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh my God, this is the greatest fucking thing ever.
Thank you, Marcine, for breaking Alex.
I'm dying.
Alright, since Alex is still dying from laughing, Joe, read the next comment.
I'll read it. Durfer Matt said,
oh my God, I'm killing myself.
This was the weirdest instance of Thomas the Tank Engine yiffing Shinji's booty hole I've seen. The end. Alex, do you need Crystal Pepsi?
Yes.
The end feels too bloated and slow to read, to be honest. That could have been condensed. Now I have that goddamn Stave song in my head. Feel good. Well, I have to say, I have to agree with Darfer Max. I personally enjoy the less weird instances of Thomas the Tank Engine yipping Shinji's booty hole.
Yeah, that could be received.
Go, Kaiju.
I guess so. Anon E. Moose said, "The fuck?"
And said, reading this while listening to Thomas the Frank Engine theme.
Oh, gosh. Meanwhile,
And Grey Shot said, I thought it was tasteful.
Oh. Good grief.
Did you finally see it?
I finally saw it. Oh, what the frick? Oh, good grief. That was... What in the world? Man, you died there, man. I don't even know what to say.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm tempted to put the picture right when I start laughing, or put the picture right when you finally see it, so people have no idea what the hell I'm laughing about.
Right.
No, put it right at the end when you usually put the last joke.
Oh right.
With a caption that says, "This is it."
Okay, that'd be pretty good. Anyway, that was what the more like Saturday laughing reads. What the frick? That was Neon Genesis Tankgelion, and we will see you guys next time for the next Saturday morning reads. Until then. Sounds about right.
Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever.